It's my birthday, but I wonder what board games in all of these gifts. So yes, I have just had a birthday. The clues are around. I have turned 40 and my friends and family have been incredibly generous. Perhaps because it was a milestone birthday. All the things here I got on my birthday, but what about the things that aren't here? I treated myself to Tamashii on GameFound. I really love the art style of that. It seems to be based on Blade Runner and Ghost in the Shell. And yeah, I really wanted to treat myself to something a bit special on my birthday. Obviously that's not going to be released until next year, so that'd be something I can open on my 41st birthday. I also was, when I was out for a meal with Libby, I went on an online board game selling site and I bought everything that related to the Root Marauders expansion because that makes the game much better for 2 people. It's not available yet, so I basically went through and found all the things you can pre-order for Root. By that point though, I'd had a few wine and I'd had some gin and I don't completely know what I added to the basket, so likewise another surprise on its way because I don't know what's going to be in that box. So all the things here are things I opened over my birthday, or at least over my birthday weekend. Starting at the front, Libby got me Root, or the Root expansions. As you may have seen, I've become quite a fan of Root. We got the base game a few weeks ago and I've been spending the last couple of weeks sticking all the little stickers on the meeples to keep them with the art, and I really love the way that now all looks. So we've got the 2 expansions, we've got the Underworld expansion and the Riverfolk expansion. And I think that's really going to enrich the game as a whole. We play it with 2 and it works okay at 2, it's not ideal, but become much better when the Marauders expansion arrives. But we also play it at our board game group, so being able to know all the different factions that people are going to be able to choose is going to give me a bit of an advantage when it comes to playing against those. A friend in America got this for me. It's a kind of board game version of those old choose your own adventure games the books used to have in the 80s. And I used to really love these, as it feels hugely nostalgic seeing this. I remember we used to have the ones in the UK written by Ian Levinston and Steve Jackson, and they had a green spine, but I remember this seems massively familiar to me. Also, on this side I have the presents my mum gave me. Obviously she gave me Viticulture with the Tuscany expansion. Viticulture's in my top 20 games. I love Viticulture, but we don't actually own our own copy. We borrowed the game from a local board game cafe and never got it ourselves. We played it on the app quite a lot and I really love it. We love Stonemaier games, so it's hardly a surprise. I've heard people say that Tuscany really enriches the game and it removes that ability to win Viticulture without ever making any wine. So people say they don't play Viticulture without playing Tuscany, so I'm really excited to have that as well. What I did for my birthday was kind of create a wish list on a board game website, and obviously they were all games I wanted and I let people choose really what they wanted. I was slightly concerned that Tuscany would get bought without Viticulture because obviously you need each other to play, but fortunately I have both, so I'm looking forward to playing that. Over here we have Lost Valley of the Dinosaurs, which you're probably thinking that looks old and weird, and yes, it's old. It's actually a game from my childhood. I remember kind of playing 4 games when I was growing up with my brother. I played this, I played Thunder Road, which has recently had a reissue on Kickstarter. I remember playing The Grape Escape, and I think that was like a mousetrap game, but with Play-Doh grapes. And of course I remember playing Monopoly. But I remember loving the Lost Valley of the Dinosaurs game, so my mum has tracked down a pristine copy of this. Bearing in mind this is nearly as old as I am. This came out in 1985, so this is 37 years old. I don't know if it stood the test of time, admittedly. All I remember is having kind of plastic dinosaurs eat people and lava coming down a volcano. It's not going to be as good, I dare say, as Dinosaur World, but it's going to be full of nostalgia for me. So Libby and I are going to sit down, she's going to come at it fresh, having never played this game before, whereas I'm going to judge it based on nostalgic memory. Let's see if it actually is worth a play in today's kind of modern board gaming hobby. My brother got me this. It's a kind of Pacman board game, and when I opened this, my daughter's eyes lit up. So perhaps this is going to be more of a family style game than a game I would take to Board Game Club. But obviously I grew up playing video games, so Pacman is one I remember from my childhood, so my brother got me that one. And I was very lucky to have a friend who 3D prints miniatures for board games, so he's printed for me a copy of the Root base game Pieces. This one is obviously for the Cat's Stronghold, and he's now promised, having seen I've got the expansion, he's going to be doing those ones as well. Unfortunately, when I got the stickers for Root, the vinyl stickers I've been sticking on BoardGame, I bought all of the expansions as well, because I knew I was going to get them at some point, but I wanted them to be in keeping. I wanted the style to be consistent. So I've been, like I said, I've been sticking these on. And at the time when I bought them, Libby knew she'd already got me the expansion, so she was delighted that I had. Now finally, just to rub salt into the wound that I am now 40, my mum got me a 40th birthday game. This is kind of a mixture of both trivia questions and kind of general knowledge from that time period, and it's kind of fun to play that when we're setting up a bigger game, just with the person, while someone's setting up a game, just to keep everyone kind of amused, and that was lots of fun. I got a chance to play some games on my birthday. I played Tapestry with Libby and I won. I don't know if she let me win, but unusually I won a game against her. And also at my board game club, I got to play a game of Nemesis Lockdown. Now, I don't often get to play Nemesis. It's quite a bit of a table hog. It's quite expensive to buy, and we haven't bought it because we know lots of people who have a copy, so it seems like we'd be playing the game with them anyway. It doesn't make sense for us to have our own copy. But it's always great to play. I always have a fantastic time playing it, and I haven't played Lockdown before. I did die first though, but at least I died in a heroic birthday way. I died punching a alien in the face. Wasn't the best plan of action, it killed me, but at least I went down in a blaze of glory. If I had been successful and killed the alien, flicked a switch in that room and made it into the isolation chamber, thinking I would have won, I would have died at the end of the game anyway, so at least I died in a heroic way. So thank you for joining me for what I got for my birthday. If you've not seen us before, please do subscribe if you like what we're doing. We try to put a board game video up every single week, and why not like this video? It'd be like a little extra birthday present for me. If you've got anything you want to say about the games that I have in front of me, any tips to make sure I win these birthday games, please do add a comment. And I'll check in with you again next year when we get to find out what I got for my 41st birthday.